Well, hello there, and good evening, everyone. I'm William Brantley from the North Jackson, Tennessee area on Walker Road, getting ready to share with you yesterday's and today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. And I'm also going to try to insert a local on the 8s from the Weather Channel as well. So I guess I'm ready to get started, and I'm watching for a local on the 8s. It should be coming momentarily, and I'll try to grab it for you real quick. In the meantime, let me go ahead and look at the climate data for yesterday. There we go. The low temperature yesterday here in North Jackson was 29 degrees. Yesterday's high was 65 degrees. Felt real good yesterday. It was a little cooler today, I'm afraid, but we was expecting that. It's going to be semi-okay tomorrow. More on that when we get to the forecast. No rain or precipitation fell yesterday, of course. Highest wind gust yesterday was 26 miles per hour out of the southwest at 2:38 p.m. West Tennessee's hottest high yesterday was 66 degrees, and that occurred at the National Weather Service office in Memphis, at Bolivar, Tennessee, and at Summerville, Tennessee. Yesterday's coldest low was 25 degrees in West Tennessee, and that occurred at Union City, Tennessee. Now let's go ahead and look at today's climate data. They're covering some stuff that I'm not. Let me look at this one here. This is a forecast for the nation from December 22nd through the 5th. Christmas forecast. We'll see. We'll see about that one. There is a chance for precipitation on Christmas Day here in West Tennessee. It looks like it's going to be rain at this point, but more details on that coming. They're not showing what I really want to show you. So apparently the local on the 8s is going to be a little later, apparently. Oh well, that happens sometimes. That was a brief forecast a while ago. I'll go into those details in a little bit. Like I said, Christmas Day, there is a chance for precipitation on Christmas Day. I think it's about 40%, but it's during the morning hours, and otherwise probably going to be fair the rest of Christmas Day. I did not pull that Pacific link up. Maybe I should do that while I'm doing that, and I'll read it to you when that time gets here. I think I can do that. I should have already done it. Don't worry about it. I'll give you at least 9 days. I think the highs are going to be in the lower 40s, and lows are going to be in the upper 20s on Christmas Day here in Jackson. Kind of give you a little hint 14 days out. But since that is a long way out, I'm not going to get real big on it or too intense on it. Or too in depth on it. I'll get it right here in a minute. Let me go on back to today's climate data. That'd be the best thing to do right now. As of 5 p.m., the skies was clear here in North Jackson. The temperature was down to 34 degrees. The dew point was, the wind chill was 31 degrees. The dew point was 13 degrees. The humidity was 42%. The wind was out of the north at 8 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was 30.15 inches of mercury. Let me turn it down just a little bit since I'm not actually recording off of it at the moment. Let's see, 30.15 was the barometric pressure. Now today's low temperature as of 5 p.m. was 34 degrees. But as of 6:30 p.m., I checked it again, it has dropped down to 31 degrees. And most likely, the midnight temperature will be the low for the day, and it's expected to be around 28-29 degrees at that time. That will be the low if it drops down to that. But 31 as of 6:30 p.m. is the low so far for today. Today's high got up to 49 degrees. and that occurred after midnight last night sometime. No rainfall or precipitation, of course, since midnight. Lowest humidity today would be 33% as of 4 p.m. The highest would be 71% as of 7 a.m. this morning. It's very dry out there. That's why we didn't get no precipitation, of course. Now, it did have some light snow flurries over in East Tennessee earlier today. I'll show you that on the radar momentarily. But when the radar looks at the radar, flurries is about all they had over there, based on the radar. Let me see. Lowest barometric pressure. I'll get it in a minute. Was 29.98 inches of mercury, and that occurred at 12 and 1 a.m. The highest would be 30.19 inches, and that occurred at 11 a.m. Today's highest wind gust, we've got a little gusty today, 31 miles per hour out of the north at 12:32 p.m. So that kind of made it sort of a chilly day, or felt fairly chilly. And so far, the coldest wind chill for today is 31 degrees, and that occurred at 5 p.m. All right, let's look at the records for today. About the only thing I hadn't gave you yet. For December the 12th, the hottest high would be 74 degrees. That occurred 2 years ago. 2015 is when that happened, just 2 years ago. 74 degrees. Well, it felt good 2 years ago, didn't it? 63 would be the warmest low. That also happened in 2015. So it was a warm day today back in 2015, December 12th. Low of 63 and a high of 74. Now, it was a cold day today, though, back in 1962, when we had a low of 0 and a high of only 13 degrees. Whew, what a difference in comparison there. So the hottest high would be 74 in 2015. Coldest high would be 13 degrees in 1962. Warmest low 63 in 2015. And coldest low 0 in 1962. And we haven't been below 0 for a low since, I think, 1996. And I think it was on February when that happened, in the month of February, around the 4th, if I can remember right. I hope I'm not misquoting this, when I got down to about 3 below 0 in Bemis. That's the last time we've been below 0 for a low here in Jackson. So we're well overdue for a low sometime during the winter of below 0. 1996, that would be 21 years ago by now. If I'm calculating that right. It's been a long time, my friends. Maybe it'll be a little bit longer, because get down to 0 for low on the Fahrenheit scale, it's pretty doggone chilly. But anyways, but it did hit 0 in 1962 on today's date. Now, as for rainfall record, 2.77 inches fell in 1949, way back there. And snowfall record, we had just a smidgen. If I can use that word. Small amount, 0.1 in 2010. It'd be a bare eighth of an inch, maybe, quarter of an inch at most, of snow back in 2010 on December the 12th here in Jackson. And the 2010, probably in Bemis, when I lived 4th Street, I imagine. It might have been 4th Street in 2010. Or either 4th or Camellia Drive. I can't remember which one. Probably Camellia Drive. That's still in the Bemis area. Alrighty, that's enough on the climate data, I reckon. Now proceed with the other stats. And once they put a local on, I'll zip over to it real quick, or try to. First of all, let me show you the local on the computer. I like calling it that sometimes. And the locals on the computer. That's just a little joke I make about showing you other grouse. And there it is, right there. Clear for the most part. But there you see some snow up there, or at least traces of snow, maybe snow flurries. And upper East Tennessee, most of it's moved on into Virginia. Otherwise, clear as a bell. Clear as it can be, precipitation-wise. All right, let's look on off to the regional map and show you that one real quick. I know what I need to do. That's going to make that so much smaller, but I think I need to do it anyway. There we go. I can see. There we go. Now I done the right thing. Now I can still see it good. As you see, most of the country in the southeast is clear. I know. And there's, you see the snow over there in mainly Virginia. It's raining and snow mixed there in northern North Carolina. And it's snow and rain mixed there in northern Virginia and Maryland, and snow back over there in the mountains of the Appalachians and West Virginia and those areas. Clear over here though. Let me zoom out to the nation real quick. Show you that one. Let me move it down just a little. There we go. Move one more and get Texas in there good. Well, there's nothing on it to show in Texas. And you see, most of the precipitation is north of Virginia, West Virginia, mainly. Snow gets a little heavier up there in New York and on up in Maine. But along the coastline of Maine, it looks like it's mixing. Oh, here's a low on the 8s. I want to get that in there for sure. 33 degrees at the airport. All right. There was the other condition. Radar here locally is clear, of course. Move that up a little bit. About 27 tomorrow morning. That sounds about right. It's kind of hard to see that, isn't it? Let me see if I can angle that a little bit better. There we go. 56 tomorrow. That will actually be warmer than today's high. If it makes it up that warm. Tomorrow night around 32. Clear skies for the most part. And the 7-day outlook is right there you go. I hope you can see it all right. Let me see. About as good as it's going to get right there. Alright, that's good enough. That's what I wanted you to see just a second ago. Finally got it. Of course, we done seen this one. So, let's move on to the satellite picture. And I need to put it in play though. There you see, real clear. Nothing over here in West Tennessee. No clouds. I'll put it that way. Most of the clouds is moving on into North Carolina and Virginia there, as you can see. And there's some patches of light snow up underneath those clouds. Alright, there you see, there's a good part of the country is clear, including us. It's the main cloud covers right there over North Carolina, a little strip actually, not a huge area even over there, and on up into the rest of the Northeast. Zoom on out to the nation, get a good picture of it. There we go. Now you see the southern half of the country is pretty much clear. Very few clouds around, except for maybe in Arizona. A little cluster of clouds and rain or snow, whichever that is, over there in Montana. I think it was, I can't remember if it was rain or not. There's another one coming shortly, the Weather Underground map. But there's a good view of the U.S. And you get kind of close to Tennessee there for you. You got that a moment ago, though. And there you see where the clouds are and where the moon may be shining and where it may not be, if I can use that terminology. All right, let's move on to the Weather Underground's map. Right here it is. And that is snow over there in Montana. It looks like it might be trying to mix in with a little bit of rain, though. There's a little green in it. Alright, that we saw just a moment ago. And there's the other precipitation. But it's snowing pretty good up there in Maine. Whew. Maine and part of southeast Canada. Snowing real heavy up there. My goodness. Thanks to those two low pressure systems there. There's that front that moved through us yesterday that cooled us off again. And there's the rain mixed with snow a little bit in Virginia and northward, even though most of that's rain in North Carolina. And beyond that, everybody's all right. Cold front went through central Florida there, and that pretty much covers the nation there. Tennessee at a glance. I can get a closer up view. I think I'll do that just for fun. There's the precipitation to our northeast, but the snow is very scattered over even in that area. Alright, one more and I'll get a real close up view of Tennessee. As you can see, there's really nothing going on. Maybe a few snow flurries right along the North Carolina-Tennessee border. Maybe. There's the rain, the snow over in the mountains, and rain, and maybe a little bit of snow mixed in there, but not a lot. Otherwise, everything's pretty decent. Right here in Jackson, Tennessee. I wish it was a little plainer. Maybe if I come out a little bit, it would be. Alright, that should be good enough for that. What's next? I think we'll read the forecast to you. That's next. Alright. I would show it to you. Well, I don't think it comes in that clear, though, does it? Well, it's clearer than I thought. Okay, I'll go ahead and just show it to you and read it too. That's tonight's forecast. Fair skies for the rest of tonight. Yeah, maybe that'd be, I don't know. My hand's going to get a little too tired. I tell you what, I was going to go ahead and read it like I was going to. It's going to be fair skies, of course, tonight and tomorrow. Mostly clear tomorrow. It's going to be fair Thursday. Mostly clear Friday. Mostly clear Saturday. And cloudy by Sunday with a chance of rain during the daytime. Ending by noon, and then just mostly cloudy rest of Sunday. Chance of 70%. That's the next chance for rain in our area. Otherwise, it's going to be the sunset at 4:43 p.m. today. It'll be rising tomorrow at 6:56 a.m. Be setting tomorrow evening at 4:43 p.m. Hey, how about that? Starting tomorrow. I think that was tomorrow. Yep, starting today, rather. The sun set at 4:43, so we're now on the bounds of slowly gaining a few minutes at a time and for sunset until we get to March when we get to daylight savings time again. Cool. Alright, the moon will be setting. Well, it's already gone today, never mind. We mostly clear skies, low of 26 tomorrow morning. Take that back, 25. 1 degree might make a difference sometimes. 25 degrees for a low, 55 degrees for a high tomorrow. It's going to feel a little bit better tomorrow. And we should have southwest winds. It's going to be a little windy again tomorrow, with winds going at 20, gusting to 35 miles per hour tomorrow. So it might get a little more windy again tomorrow. Again, so far today it's been 31 miles per hour at 12:32 p.m., so might get up to around 35 miles per hour tomorrow at times. The sun will be setting, like I mentioned, at 6:56 a.m., setting at 4:43 p.m. tomorrow evening. The moon will be rising tomorrow morning at 2:32 a.m. and be setting at 2:12 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. And on Wednesday, it looks like it's going to be fair, with a low near 31 and a high of 45. We've got another cold front moving through that's going to cool us off for a day or two, and then warm back up again. Back up and down, roller coaster weather. Alright, 45 for a high on Thursday, like I mentioned. North winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Friday, it's going to be mostly clear. Earlier, we were expecting some clouds on Friday. Now it looks like it's going to be mostly clear at this time, with a low of 26 degrees and a high of 46 degrees on Friday, with west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And on Saturday, mostly clear, low near 28, high of 55, with south winds at 10 to 20. And like I mentioned, Sunday, mostly cloudy, and there's a 70% chance for rain till noon, then just mostly cloudy, with the low near 37 and a high of 53, with west winds at 10 to 20, and back to fair skies by next Monday and Tuesday of next week. Monday's low near 34, high near 55, west winds at 10 to 20. Next Tuesday, 19th, mostly clear, low near 36, high of 58, with west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And I'll go ahead and give you next Wednesday, even though that's a little stretch. Mostly clear, with low near 34 and a high of 61. With south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. We'll have to wait a week to warm back up again real good. It looks like. Alright, and, well, go ahead and give you Thursday, December the 21st. It's going to be fair skies till noon, then becoming mostly cloudy with a 50% chance for some showers. With low near 43 and a high of 61, with south winds at 10 to 20. And like I mentioned, I believe there's a 50% chance of some morning rain on Christmas Eve. Let me see if I can pull that site up. Might let me do it without messing up the internet. Maybe this one will let me do it. And I can give you specifics for Christmas Day. I'm waiting for it to come up. Hope this doesn't mess up my recording. Looks like my mouth's a little slow. Because usually I don't do all that. I may have to branch this back out though. Yeah, and then bring this up. Here we go. Now I see what I need to do. Christmas Day. Alright. As of right now, if I haven't messed up my recording, Christmas Day, it looks like it's going to be a 60% chance of rain now. Oh, well, it looks like 60% chance Christmas Eve, the 24th, Christmas Day, and even some precipitation on the 26th of December. With Christmas Eve, low of 35, high of 49. Christmas Day, low of 31, high of 46. And a little itchy, that's all I'm going to say, the day after Christmas, the 26th, with low of 30 and a high of 46. Alright, so that's 2 weeks away, mind you, but it does look like it's going to be a rainy Christmas Day, though, at this time. 60% chance, with low of 31 and a high of 46. That 31 has me a little nervous. But then again, that's 2 weeks away. I see showers early, becoming steady rain during the later part of the day, with north winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour, 60% chance, near a quarter of an inch is possible. Talking about Christmas Day now, and cloudy with, I don't want to say this, frozen precipitation is possible Christmas Day night, late on into the day after Christmas. 60% chance with light variable winds. Alright, that's kind of the details with north winds on average about 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's the details for Christmas Day as of right now. And as you well know, that could easily change. Hoping it changes to fair skies. It don't look like it though at this time. Alright, that's it. That's long enough. I hope all of you have a very pleasant Tuesday night on the 12th of December. And I hope you wake up to a beautiful Wednesday morning, the 13th of December. And of course, I hope I get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow night. I might do an earlier one since tomorrow night's church night, and I try to make it to that. I may try to do a little early recording. I'll worry about that tomorrow night. And until then, good night, my friends. Thank you for watching and for bearing with me and for listening and watching. Good night, and God bless you.